Hey guys, Zach here, doing things a bit different for today. Today's my birthday, and while it's a day of celebration, I wanted to take some time to say what video games mean to me and why they led me to where I am. One of my earliest memories in life, not including stepping in cow crap with open-toed sandals at my great-uncle's cow farm, or walking through itchy as hell bluebonnets and overalls for a cute toddler photo shoot. No, an early memory of playing Super Mario 64 with my dad and just being bewildered by this digital world. Enthralled by Mario's movements, the sounds of the birds chirping, how each painting offered a different world, even climbing trees and pole vaulting off them, wondering what lied beyond those green hills and backyard castle walls. From the very get-go, video games offered something to me that many people could agree on. More so than a distraction, something to do socially, or way to kill time, it included a way of escape. Throughout my early childhood life, I didn't have many people to relate to or befriend. Granted, my family equally spoiled and disciplined me, so I won't ever say my childhood was bad, not in the slightest. I had good parents that did everything they could to teach me right from wrong, raise me right, and keep me happy. I have nothing but love for my family and friends throughout my life. I spent my pre-K years playing educational computer games, one of which taught me just about every species of dinosaur there was. Even one my dad said I called a Hypsilopsodon, which surprisingly was pretty accurate. Putt-Putt, Pajama Sam, Freddy Fish, playing vicariously through all these beta versions of Dora the Explorer, I developed a liking for playing video games. Pokemon quickly swept me up in my kinder years as I went into Christian school, and despite my dad trying to prevent me from watching the show at first, I was obsessed ever since. Kids would be cutting out the back of Lunchables boxes to trade crappy cardboard cutouts of Pokemon. What kind of person would value cardboard cutouts so much? Eventually, I got Pokemon Yellow, Red, and Blue for Christmas, trained a Squirtle at Mount Moon to a level 42 Blastoise, and fought at school thinking I was some hot shit, until a kid with a level 94 Blastoise trounced me. Up until 3rd grade, I had some friends that I spent every day with, but thanks to my crappy memory, I don't remember their names or faces, but value those times regardless. Now, going to family gatherings a state away, I would always be settled in a corner playing my Game Boy Color, playing Pokemon, while the family did their own thing. My grandmother and aunt would always be asking why I played that darn Game Boy so much. I didn't know how to answer at the time, I just wanted to play. It wasn't until about a year ago that my dad brought up a good point, that no one in either side of my family was near my age when the family got together, so I had no one to really play with and share my interests with on an equal level. We would share jokes about Austin Powers and watch old videos of the family, but outside that, I didn't know what else to do. I had cousins that were vastly older and younger than me, and my only sibling, my sister, Maddie, was born when I was 13. So for a period between the ages of 7 to 12, I really didn't have anyone my age, even more so through my educational days. Heading to public school in the 4th grade is when life decided to change a bit more for me. When I was going to Bethel Christian School from kindergarten to 3rd grade, I tended to, well, fart a lot in class, and it kind of made me the class comedian. Yeah, fart jokes can really make a bunch of 5 to 8-year-olds crack the hell up.
Duty, bugger. That is killer material!
Now, arriving at public school, I tried that same smelly brand of comedy on my first day of classes, and well... farting in dead silence during roll call, just ripping a nasty one, and having the prettiest girl there demand to know who just farted. And me being the class clown, or trying to be, and since I was so damn proud of myself, I proudly proclaimed that I committed the reverse burp. Well, let's just say for the rest of the year, I was called Fart Boy and laughed at. I didn't have too many friends, so Fart Boy saw to just getting home each day and playing his N64. I was constantly moving around elementary schools, so any friends that I did connect with, I soon had to part ways with as well. Each day at school, all I was really looking forward to was getting back home and either gaming or drawing or one of my hobbies. If I wasn't playing a game on my Xbox, GameCube, or N64, I was watching TV, mostly cartoons with my Game Boy turned on, progressing or wasting time in whatever game I was obsessing with for the month while getting immersed within that game's universe and playstyle. I would draw my own Mario Party game boards, make up my own Pokemon fan art and drawings, trace out and cut out my own Paper Mario figures, and even write my own comic books of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now this was way before the whole DeviantArt section really screwed up fan art of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now I didn't let my obsession with video games affect my grades, as anything below a B would have my dad grounding me from what was genuinely my escape escape. No way in hell was I gonna let some grades get in between me and my bae, GoldenEye 007. I wasn't the most popular person through grade school. I didn't give two shits about what I was wearing and would often find myself in jeans that were flooding.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Or wearing shirts that my mom thought were cool. I also didn't care what my hair looked like, and growing up, I had a pretty tiny body with a big ass head and even bigger forehead, so I was popularly known as Jimmy Neutron. At the time, I took it as a major insult, but looking back, I should have owned up to that shit. Jimmy was a badass with a superpowered mind. Now, with me not caring about popular trends when it came to hair or clothes, this was all on top of the fact that I couldn't necessarily talk about video games or any of their franchises too much through late elementary school through early high school, because for people my age and a little bit older, there was a nerdy stigma behind playing video games. Charlie, aka Critical, did make an accurate point when it came to this in one of his videos he made a while back.
Growing up, if you played video games, you had to keep that shit hidden. You couldn't tell anyone that you liked video games. You couldn't talk about that shit in school when I was growing up. Now all of a sudden you're cool. And a lot of people come together.
And mostly everyone hops online to play together or discuss whatever game or in-game event is trending for the week, as it has become a more social experience. Hell, the dude bros that used to talk shit about me playing Pokemon and GoldenEye are the same ones asking me years later what my KD was on Call of Duty, and if I would join KSI or some other gaming clan for closeted dude bros.
Stop talking and get some kills. Hey, get some kills, get off my dick. It's ridiculous. Grow up!
But before video games, nerd culture, and being introverted were part of mainstream culture, all I had was just going home to my family, playing video games till bedtime, and occasionally hanging out with friends if I was in the neighborhood, since I lived in two separate households, with my mom's house about 20 miles away from where I went to school. For that period, it was just something that I felt only I could enjoy, as I'm sure it was for many others. But at the same time, it was how genuinely I connected with most of my friends over those years, and even till today. Video games give people something to do and discuss over at the same time. My friends and I would talk about games we enjoyed, questioning when the new games would come out, even wondering when Kingdom Hearts 3 would release way back in 2007. Boy, did we have a long wait ahead of us. And even go in the backyard of my friend Connor's house and roleplay Sonic Heroes.
Chili dogs! Whoa, gotta go fast! Too slow, bro!
Look, I was 13, okay? It was fun to pretend I was Sonic or Shadow or that crocodile. If it weren't for online gaming, I wouldn't have met many of my friends like Cake, DJ, Zoo, Max, Incredible, Meredith, Cindy, and oh so many more. It was all pretty much I did in college when I wasn't either studying, working my part-time job at KNTU, or having some get-togethers with friends, as I would phrase it to my mom. I obsessed over getting gamerscore on Xbox because, you know, a big gamerscore looks great on job resumes once you get out of college. But at the end of each day, it was just more comforting for me to just get back to my dorm or apartment, get online with my friends that I hadn't ever met in person, and escape with them. I wasn't too concerned about getting into any fraternities or clubs and just partying down or getting to meet new people in person. It wasn't about escaping to a different world anymore though, but just escaping to where these people I truly connected with online and shared common interests with more than ever. It was probably the most prominent time in my life I was using video games to escape. I mean, hell, I would be playing with Nanogerm online more than I would be seeing it and hanging out with them, considering we were on the same campus at the same time. Call me weird or whatever, but it was just immensely easier for me to talk with people over the mic while playing a mutual game. Whether you could call that overly introverted, antisocial, or a murderer in the working, please don't call me that. That's just how things were. Even lately, gaming has just become a routine way of life for me, feeling like it's a necessity to do as a daily routine, but mainly to play with people I know or on an online FPS multiplayer with a more competitive nature. If my friends and I are doing well in whatever game we are doing, the serotonin rush in my head is a temporary but oh so satisfying feeling, much like progressing for so many people so far in a game where your character is either overpowered, looks cool as hell cosmetically, or you have that well worked out perfect build. Now again, you can call me pathetic, but
It's like when I'm doing good in the game, I'm doing good in life.
Oh, I want to make fun of you for saying that, but I kind of know what you mean.
gaming as an escape or pastime is completely fine, but an individual must also take into account that real life is still there with people that very much care about you and your well-being and want to see you. It's okay to escape, to distract yourself from the stress of day-to-day life. Everyone has a way of decompressing, whether it be watching your favorite television series, watching a football game every Sunday with your bros and getting pissed off that your team lost, or more artistic approaches like drawing, writing, singing, playing an instrument. There's just a lot that we can do to really escape and pass our time. Everyone has things they can enjoy, but we also can't spend all that time invested in our favorite hobbies. I had been heavily invested in gaming long before starting my channel, and I still am, but now it's getting hard to treat games as an escape. Now that world I created, well, technically I didn't create, but I inserted myself into to get away frequently, is now my primary source of income, and now I'm constantly trying to think of how to run this channel as a business by thinking, should I stream this game I'm playing right now, or should I really be playing this game right now when I could be playing a game and getting footage for a future video, or should I just be spending all my time editing and writing scripts? I'm not in any way regretful with how my YouTube career is going. I love where I am set in my life right now, but there are times where I wish I could view games the way I did back when I was first playing Super Mario 64 with my dad back when I was 5, wondering what the world offered and just being bewildered by everything the game contained and how I could work with it. Now playing games, as I may assume for a lot of people, is basically a barrage of being overly competitive, games with little to no immersive world to capture your imagination, regurgitating whatever popular trends to the point of nausea, and being forced to see your world limited by paid DLC or microtransactions. That sounds familiar, your world being limited by money. Ha! It's just like real life! But there are still games, developers, and companies that strive to give that childlike wonder to the games they produce, as well as others who are making a world for those game-loving adults that sucks you in and allows you to escape that soul-crushing 9-to-5 job, poor living arrangements, or dealing with mental, family, or relationship issues. We all need a way to vent, get through tough times, and, as I've continually said, escape. Not to say people that play games like Fortnite, Apex, Call of Duty, Destiny, or anything that dominates the mainstream appeal of gaming aren't using these games as a total escape, or that they should be shamed for whatever game they are playing. At the end of the day, or taking some time off, enjoy whatever the hell you want. I may have ragged on a bunch of these games in the past, but just enjoy whatever you want. You aren't hurting anyone, you aren't ruining the gaming industry by supporting whatever game you decide to play, and on top of that, you are not inferior for playing on whatever console you're on. At the end of the day, we're all staring at a screen, wasting our time playing a practically immersive movie, game board, or sports event. But if you enjoy the time spent, is it truly a waste as long as you're not wasting your life completely? We can pretend to be soldiers, athletes, spacefaring bandits, or Lego building block people. The trick of the trade, again, is being able to escape and enjoy our time while doing so, but not as far to completely avoid the real world and your very much real responsibilities. You need to find a healthy balance, and above all else, at the end of the day, do what makes you happy and try not to hinder someone else's happiness if it is doing no wrong to them or others. At the end of the day, we're all just trying to live and be happy. So find a healthy balance of trying to escape, but also realizing the real world doesn't need you and those around you do need you. So don't be too far gone and be there for everyone around you. This has been a mild yet personal video that I just wanted to get out there and off my chest. Hope y'all have a good one, and sorry to Aniba for not inserting the 20-second ad, but I didn't want to shoehorn me talking about a gaming website for something I'm taking more seriously today. Thanks for watching, everyone, and thank you for supporting the channel. We're about to hit 200K, and I'm forever grateful, and we do have a 200K special coming up very soon. Until next time, I'm Zackass, aka Wow Such Gaming. Stay wild. Thank you so much for watching my video.